Right, so it's the 17th of October and I haven't made a video for ages. I do apologise. I have tried to make a couple of videos, but I sort of started the filming in the morning. Usually, normally I'd say I'll bring you back when I've done this, that or the other. But it kept on raining. So after about 3 attempts, I ended up giving up. And that was a video showing me painting Merlin's roof, which I'll put in another video. I might put another video out today actually. I think I'll just make a few on this phone. Easy ones, so I can just upload them straight off the phone. No editing. So these will probably be even more like bumbly kind of videos because I haven't made one for so long, and I'm not going to edit any of these. It's just as it comes, okay? Oh, thank you to Mr. Underwood for giving me a prod to make some videos. I enjoy making the real videos, you know, how it really is. Life's been a bit, it's been good. I've been working, but it's on and off. I've been doing a bit of cash in hand for a landscape gardener. Trouble is, the guy had a heart attack a few months back, and he overdoes it. So I'm thinking last night I'll give him a ring, see what we're doing this week, because we had a couple of days off last week. I think I've got, when I get in, about 3 days. Had Thursday and Friday off, which was cool, you know, and get on, do a bit on the boat. And then Sunday, I thought, well, yesterday, I thought I'd give him a ring, see if we've got any work on, and it's, oh, I've lifted this, I've done that, and I don't feel too good now. Perhaps we'll have I need, you know, I need to have some days off, so, yeah, back to square one with the money. But although painting on Merlin has now stopped, yes, we have had some good days. It's a really nice day today. But the problem is there are trees around, you know, their leaves are falling off, and people have got their fires going. You know, soot doesn't travel that far away from the chimney, so I could probably do some painting on Merlin today. But by the time it's dried, it will have loads of little black bits all over it. It will have insects stuck to it, and it'll have leaves stuck to it. So I will show you in the next vid later on where I've got to with that. But at least it's been rust proofed, well, rust treated, you know, and had several coats of paint on it. But it's not finished. You know, I put some, what did I put, that Jotan, whatever you pronounce it, 90. I use that, but the stuff that you use above the waterline, it's had several coats of that, and I've got some hard top ATX, which will be the finishing coats, but to be honest, they're not going to go on till next year now. Which left me a little bit of time to do something with Bess, and which is where I'm sitting. So let me turn you round. Ta-da! Actually got the underfloor in. Oh, let me stand back a bit. There you go. And I'm about to paint the inside. Get all this painted. I still got a bit of glue and that to get off the roof. And I fur tanned, let's have a quick look outside. I fur tanned that, which is a rust converter. Oh, it's a nice day today. And there's loads of things to sort out and bloody mountain of jobs. And the previous owner built this here. This used to be a window. See the little holes that never got filled? So the frame used to be here, but he welded on this hatch, which is too small for for me to get out of anyway. That's clever. Oh no, I'll sort that out in a while. So I need to teach myself to I need to teach myself the world so I can do this. Put a plate in there. Oh yes, if you could see me and what I'm talking about. So this stuff, that needs to come off. This. I started cutting this down. This was what the previous owner, I don't know why, but anyways, started there. I haven't touched this side. And it is like a razor blade. So I need to cut this down to about here, cut this piece out. I started on that, followed his line down, and I'll carry on down to the bottom. And then what I should do, I'm trying to get myself in the picture as well, is put a frame all around. A wood frame up right there, across there, and down, and across the bottom. It's a surprising bit of room in this bit, you know. I can actually get in there. So I need to bring that up level with the, well, this is not the ideal product to use, I wouldn't have thought. It's, where are we? Cable deck. But I got it for my favourite price, which was nothing, off of a boat a friend. I won't go into a great deal of details, but he works in the building game, put it that way. And if you followed any of my earlier vids, you'll know that the back deck and all the supporting wood happened to be, should we say, donated off a building site in Milton Keynes. There you go. We won't go into that. So really, what I need to do now, I've excuse my black fingernails. I've used bitumen paint on the underneath of this. I need to do these 3 bits. I can just show you actually. This isn't screwed down yet, obviously, because I need to. It's like a like a plywood, so maybe not great if it gets wet. But I'm gonna bitumen the back of this, and it doesn't get wet really in this hole anyway. Those are the supports I put in, really thick wood. They're bolted in. There's 2 bolted in. That one at the front is bonded in, not bonded in very well either. I've got to sort that out a bit more. But when the frame goes in, it's going to go onto that lip there, so that should hold that in better. And then the one at the back, which you can't see, that is bonded in, and that is bonded in really well. This flue pipe needs altering, where the knobhead who put it in used the wrong pipe. So that needs sorting out. Oh look, there's the original, I think they're the original rowing points. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. I don't know, I'm asking you because you're not going to reply, are you? There you go, I've got to saw that bit off. But there you go, there's the 3 things. So there's 2 lots of those. Alright, there's some more down there. That's the original. Well, it used to be a rowboat, and it used to have a sailbox in it. What else have I got to do? Oh, loads of stuff. See, it's really nice to be in here though. It's a nice little space. It's like a TARDIS, you know. It's a lot bigger in here than you'd imagine from the outside. That's another thing. Look. This is your. We put in this that vent, and never even screwed the damn thing down. I've got a new one of them, I think I'll put that on. So Bess is coming along slowly. There's the back cover. So you've got a load of crap in here. I've got this. That's a brilliant bit of kit, that Delta. Solar generator. Real godsend that has been. Lifesaver. I'll tell you what I did the other day. I shouldn't admit this. When I took the engine out, I left where the exhaust come out the back of the boat, I just left it because it was a good few inches above the waterline. Unfortunately, I mean there is ballast in here, right? So I rearranged it, spread it out a little bit more because it was all piled up the bow end. So I rearranged it. And then the other day, I got in the boat. So I've stepped through here, got in, and I can hear running water. So, excuse me. So I thought it was my neighbour next door, Nick. Maybe, letting water out of his sink or something. And then I realised it was coming in here, like not in this bit, but right at the back, down under there. Well, you're not going to be able to see it, but under the back end. And I don't know whether the canal water had risen a little bit, or well, mainly because I redistributed the ballast. The water was pissing in through the hole, through where the exhaust was. So I don't know how much water it had in that back, but luckily there's a bulkhead there, so it never got any further than behind the deck. But I think I've got about, I don't know, I've got a wet and dry vacuum cleaner there. I'll tell you what, I don't know why anyone would buy any other kind of Hoover. I mean, it just does everything. And there's no, I mean, I'd like to see a Dyson suck up a load of water and oil and crap, and then you go and hoover up the dust with it, it'd just blow up, wouldn't it? And that was only about 40, it was less than 50 quid, that thing. Best hoover I've ever owned. So I hoovered about 30 litres of water out of it. And I used the pole, the pole you use for pushing your boat away when you get stuck in the mud. It's like about the size of I think you can use stair banisters, the round ones. They're ideal for that. But anyway, it's about that sort of width, and it just happened to almost perfectly fit the exhaust hole, which has got a fitment in it. So I ended up sawing a lump piece off of my pole, or two pieces actually, and hammering them in either end of the pipe with a bit of sealant, and that seems to have pretty much stopped it. There may be a slight leak. There is a slight leak somewhere in the back there, because every so often it gets wet. But I haven't. This really needs to come out of water again at some point, maybe next year, I don't know, and sort that out. But anyway, that was a bit of a drama, and it was a bit awkward because every time I tried to get back in the boat, obviously my weight on that side was pushing it back under the the water was pouring in again. So I ended up having to step into the middle of the boat and sort of lay down there and try and keep my weight off of it until I managed to cure it, which I sort of bodged it to cure it. So that is where we are at the minute. I will put a video out later on. I'll try and get quite a few videos out this week. But let me know if you've got any questions or that, or anything you want to see, or I don't know. Put it in the comments. Any questions or things you want to see, any day-to-day stuff. I'm trying to do stuff that's not going to bore everybody to death. And this is supposed to be just a diary of a channel. It's not specifically to entertain anybody. That's why I don't stick music on it and any fancy editing or anything like that. It's not that kind of a channel. Believe me, I could do all that. I've got some of the best camera equipment any narrowboat has got, but I just don't, you know, mention that. It was never bought for YouTube though, it was bought for some other mad idea I had to make money. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble. I'll end it here. I'm not even going to look at this video again, I'm just going to upload it, and I'll get another one up today, and let me know if you like these kind of vids. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. Ooh, I can't even turn my video off.